Good day, everyone. This is Group 6, and we are going to discuss the different types of fire suppression, including salvage, extinguishment, and overhaul. First, we are going to define what is fire. Fire is a result of a rapid chemical reaction between fuel, heat, and oxygen. It is defined as the heat and light that comes from burning substances produced by the combustion of substances. It is the manifestation of rapid chemical reaction occurring between a combustible matter and an oxidizer. Now, let us proceed to the different types of fire suppression, including salvage, extinguishment, and overhaul. What is salvage? It refers to the activity protecting the property from preventable damage other than to fire. Second, what is extinguishment? This refers to the process of putting out the main body of fire using the four general methods of fire extinguishments, namely cooling, separation, smothering, and chemical interruption or inhibition. And lastly, what is overhaul? This refers to the complete and detailed check of the structure and all the materials therein to eliminate the conditions that may cause reflash. It involves complete extinguishments of sparks or smoldering substance to prevent or eliminate possibilities of reignition or rekindling. The following are the ways on how to perform salvage, extinguishment, and overhaul.
In this program, we've shown basic procedures for conducting several types of common salvage operations. We have presented the benefits of salvage operations to both the public and the fire department, various types of common salvage equipment, a demonstration of how to use and maintain salvage covers and procedures for rolling, folding, and spreading covers for 1 and 2 firefighters, a demonstration of how to construct a water chute and a catch-all using salvage covers, and how to cover openings in the roof, windows, and doors to protect the building and its contents from weather and intruders. Salvage is valuable to property owners because it lessens the material and emotional loss of a fire. And it is beneficial to your department because it allows you to build goodwill in your community and to gain appreciation for a job well done. Any fire results in some type of loss and damage. By limiting that damage, we can go beyond just extinguishing the flames to provide the highest level of customer service. We have the skill and ability to make the loss as small as possible, and we take the care and precautions necessary to make that happen.
Hi everyone, today I will be performing the 4 methods of extinguishing of fire. Here are the methods. So first is cooling method. In this method, we can extinguish fire by application of water. Then water absorbs heat from the fire. That is how fire will extinguish. And then this method is generally used for Class A fires. So in Class A fires, this class of fire use commonly solid combustible materials as their fuel source. So for example is wood, fabric, papers, trash, and plastics. And here is the sample video. The burned material, or shall we say the fuel here, is the wood and one of the Class A fire. And the second method is the smothering or blanketing method. So in this method, fire is extinguished by blocking or stopping of oxygen supply from fire. Example, by applying foam on liquid fire or applying carbon dioxide gas on electrical fire, and etc. And here is the sample video. The fuel here is the oil from the pan, and it is extinguished by a wet blanket or cloth to block the oxygen supply and stop the fire. And the oil is one of the Class B fire. And the third method is the starvation method. In this method, fire is extinguished by removing the fuel from fire. Example is removing of hay from fire or stopping of fuel from burning pipeline by rotating valve and etc. Here is the sample video of starvation method. So here I remove some source of fuel, the plastic and other light materials that may trigger or catch the fire that will result to spreading of fire. And the last method is inhibition or chemical chain reaction method. In this method, fire is extinguished by breaking the chain reaction which is occurring in fire. Chain reaction is broken down by application of dry chemical powder. Example is wood fire can be extinguished by application of DCP or dry chemical powder. Here is the sample video I cutted from the YouTube since we don't have fire extinguisher at home. The dry chemical extinguisher was used here, wherein it extinguished the fire by separating the fuel from the oxygen element or by removing the heat element of the fire triangle.
Welcome to Fire Engineering Training Minutes. I'm Nick Papa with the New Britain Fire Department, here with Pete Morato from Fire Training Innovations. We're covering ventilation, specifically overhaul. Often overlooked as a form of ventilation is opening up walls and ceilings. Again, the fire doesn't know whenever you create an opening's in an opening, and fresh air to the fire is going to cause it to grow rapidly. We need to make sure that we have the same level of diligence and the same precautions in place whenever we're opening up. Whether it's walls or ceilings, we need to make sure that we have a protection of a charged hand line in place, and we're working towards our point of egress and keeping our back to that exit point at all times. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. As you can see, the firefighters are starting at the furthest point and opening up as they work back towards their point of egress, keeping their backs to that exit.
Far too many times the eager nozzleman will want to open up too early, causing the smoke to obscure vision. You're not going to lose the building by opening up and seeing a little fire. Let the truck company work, open everything up, and then you can clearly extinguish the fire.
In this segment, we covered overhaul. Now remember, whenever creating openings, it's a form of ventilation.